And we're back here at Boom and Bust having a conversation with Elena Sinelnikova. Elena, please continue your comments and your analysis of the situation when
Mhm.
it comes to decentralization, government intrusion, those kinds of things.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, we do have the restrictions that government put on the different organizations and people and businesses with the decentralization, and it is inevitable. The decentralization is inevitable. We see it in social media. No matter how restricted it is, we still have the freedom of speech, and it's worldwide. um, with the decentralization and use of technology, it's just going to be promoted faster. And therefore, we can, as I said, we can use the talent from other countries that are great people that can bring the value to us here in Canada if we don't restrict that. So therefore, decentralization and it brings this interconnection of the people no matter where they live, no matter who they are or where they belong, what they believe in, no matter what nationalities they are, or no matter what citizenship they are. It is they can be only judged by their value and the value that they bring to us, to Canada.
Got it. Got it. Let's talk a little bit about AI specifically, because there has been a lot of talk about the nature of regulation of AI, whether it should be national or international, whether it should be a light touch or a heavy touch. I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
Yes. So that is again, I see that we have this gap in the education of the real of where we are with AI. Right now, we cannot even agree on that, and I don't. I see like lots of mm, rumors that going around, lots of fears, but really we don't know what they base on. So we do need more connection with the scientists. We do need to invite scientists to speak about it, so all people can learn of where actually we are in terms of us making a decision, what legislation introduce, what regulation introduce. So I see the same exactly behavior as we see with blockchain 10 years ago, same exactly with AI. And I know if it will be lagging for years, for 10 years, if we lag with the legislation and regulation, uh, it's just going to mm, become worse. It is not, it might be that we cannot control it, but we better to know about it in order to make a decision. Right now, we don't even know it. And I'm sure the legislature people, they don't know about it.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So your point is that there's a lack of general knowledge within the population and within the public policy decision makers. What do we do about that? Like you say, more education. Is it as simple as courses being made available, or is it the way that the industry is describing itself to decision makers that needs to improve? Give us your thoughts on that.
And also who the decision makers are. What education do they have? What do they know? How they educate themselves? What resources do they use? And as far as I understand, judging again from what they know about blockchain, almost nothing. And even our now, it is former Prime Minister Trudeau. He made the comments publicly, um, that ridiculed the whole blockchain industry, which means that he probably doesn't even know that. Not much. So who these
Right.
people are that we put in power? Are they educated enough already in the first place?
Well, and what you've just described is it was more of a political attack on his opponent,
That's
so
correct. Yes.
yeah, I mean, he might have the knowledge, but he had an incentive to be aggressive against Pierre Polyev in that particular instance. So I don't know what you do about that.
Again,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. You cannot don't make this claim that this whole technology bad when making the claim that your opponent is. Again, there is this like conflict of interest. Then, I would rather not to have people in power who has this conflict of interest.
I get it. Yeah, no, that makes total sense. After the break, Elena, I do want to talk a little bit more about how to create a positive regulatory environment, because our country, and we've focused in on this already, but we want our country to have growth and opportunity, and that is going to require blockchain and AI. So after the break, let's talk a little bit more about that. I think that's going to be an important topic. We'll be back after these messages.